Good morning. It is Saturday morning. I'm out here trying to get these goats milked, get that taken care of. Knocked off my to-do list today. We've got a big day planned today. We're going to be working on our personal garden space, our greenhouse garden space, which is just that garden in front of the greenhouse. That's where I've gardened the last 4 years in 5 raised beds. Hey Molly. I'm ready to expand that space. So we're going to be tearing down those garden beds today, and I wanted to walk you through that process. So welcome to my milking, what do you call it, a milking parlor, which is also our garage. So I'm going to get this goat milked real quick. Today the focus is going to be on our personal garden, which is right in front of the greenhouse. We call that the greenhouse garden. That's where I've gardened the last 4 years. And that space has served us really well. It consists of 5 raised garden beds. It's a really small space, but it has produced a lot for us over the years. But I'm just at a place now where I'm ready to expand our personal garden space. We're also gonna have the market garden, of course. We're just waiting on the high tunnel to be built for that. And actually the supplies for the high tunnel are supposed to be delivered, I think tomorrow. So I'm hoping to show you that. And then the high tunnel will be built probably next weekend, which is really exciting. But I wanted to go ahead and knock out this personal garden space revamp before the high tunnel was built, because once the high tunnel is built, I feel like it's go time. We're gonna have to run water out there. We're gonna have to get the beds ready in there. So a lot of my time and my focus is gonna be on the high tunnel. So today is all about tearing down those raised beds. You're okay. Tearing down those raised beds and making it more of an in-ground garden space. We're doing that for several reasons. I've wanted to do that for a while, and I've kind of hesitated just because, I don't know, the raised beds have worked so well the past 4 years. It makes me nervous to try something new. But one reason is because I want a bigger space. And we really don't have time to build any more raised beds right now. It's getting to be mid-March. And so pretty soon, it's gonna be time to plant. So we really don't have time to build any more raised beds. Also, now you're all right, are you out of food? So I have this greenhouse now. This is my first year using it. We started building it in about February of February of 2020, I guess. And we just finished it about February of 2021. So it took right at a year to build. Like I said in one of my previous videos, my dad built it. So, I mean, we were just working when we could, when we had the time. You're all right, we're not done yet. So I have this beautiful greenhouse, and I want a really beautiful space in front of it, a really beautiful garden in front of it. Not that my raised beds aren't beautiful, and that space is not already really pretty, but I just have a vision in my mind of what I want it to look like. And it's really kind of like the focus of our farm right now is this greenhouse and the garden in front of it. So I just have a vision of this really pretty in-ground garden. So that's kind of what we're going for. We're wanting to make it more aesthetically appealing. You're all right, we are not done. I'm just gonna walk you through that process today of how we do it. It's not the only way to do it. There is not one way to garden, that is for sure. But this is what's gonna work best for us today. And so we thought we'd just show you the process. Our focus today is just getting these beds out, laying some cardboard down, putting some compost on top of it and making it a little prettier and just, more appealing to the eye in front of the greenhouse. Okay, so cattle panels and T-posts are out now. I'm gonna have to come up with a different trellising system for things like tomatoes and cucumbers and all that. But I'm excited to get rid of those. Those are really heavy and cumbersome. And honestly, they're expensive. Cattle panels are pretty expensive. T-posts are pretty expensive. And we can actually use those for some new goat fencing that we're going to be putting up pretty soon. So those are out of the way. The next step is to put some cardboard down in these walkways here to help with weed suppression and all that. We got free cardboard from a local fast food restaurant. They recycle all of their cardboard and they just put it out in a big trailer and then take it however so often to be recycled, and they said we could take as much as we wanted, so that's what we did. So now we're going to be putting cardboard down. Okay, so in typical Lauren fashion, I way underestimated the amount of cardboard boxes we'd need. So Tyler is currently on his way to go pick up some more. I did have, so all that's cardboard, but I also had just some brown craft paper. Actually, you can see where my kids have been drawing on it. They've been using it for artwork, so they're probably not going to be real happy, but use the brown craft paper that I had laying around and just spread it out by rows. If you're gonna do that, I definitely recommend overlapping it each row, because wherever you're gonna have gaps, like right there, I'm gonna have weeds right there. So for now, we're holding everything down with rocks, and then when we break the beds down, a lot of this will spill over and we can take the rocks out. But yeah, that's where we're at right now, waiting on Tyler to come back with more boxes, and we'll keep going. Tyler went and picked up some more cardboard. We got cardboard between those two beds. We broke down the sides on that bed and then obviously spread that dirt out. That was a little bit bigger project than we had anticipated. It was a little bit of a workout, but that's okay. Now we're working on putting the cardboard here down this row, and then in between these little beds, obviously, and then we're going to tear down the small bed. Okay, we're burning a pile right now, so I think I'm getting stuff on my face, but we did it. Looks a little different than it did a little bit ago. Okay, y'all, so it is next day out here. We just got back from church, and I wanted to come out here and just kind of show you what things looked like finished up. Well, finished up for now. There's still a lot of work to be done, but all of the raised beds were torn down. There were 3, 4, 5 raised beds total out here. They were all torn down. We got all the cardboard down, and then just spread that soil that was in the raised beds. We spread it out over the cardboard. I'm thinking that the plan is probably, we've got compost over there that's covered by tarp. It was bought to go in the high tunnel, which is supposed to be built this week. I'm hoping we have a little left over that I can actually put in on top of this soil to kind of amend the beds a little bit. I'm still learning a lot about amending beds, so for now that's kind of the plan, unless I come up with a better plan. So this is what it's looking like. So this is what it looks like, kind of full view. And over here, I don't know if you can see, those are tulips planted there. And that's a very small bed. I'm probably going to go ahead and extend it out there and down there. And then over here, you can kind of see that mulch area. I've got some garlic over there, and we just connected those two beds. So it's just one full bed. And the plan for now is to just come in and probably create 3-foot beds, just running down this way. And I'm probably going to make 18-inch walkways. And the method behind this is just that, honestly, I took this idea from a book by Eliot Coleman. I cannot remember the name of the book off the top of my head, but it's all about market gardening. So another idea that's kind of been floating through my head around this greenhouse garden here is we're going to have some sort of fencing around it. We already, I looked outside this morning. I was getting ready for church and I looked outside, and 4 dogs. We have 3 of them were ours, and then 1 was the neighbor's dog. They were all out rolling in the dirt out here, so that's not going to work. I can already foresee putting all of my seedlings out come, April-ish, and they're all crushed by the dogs. So we're going to have to put up some sort of fencing. For now, it's probably going to be cattle panels, because we took all of those cattle panels out of the raised beds, and we have a lot of cattle panels. It's probably what it'll be for now. But in the future, I think it would be so cool to have more of a natural barrier, like a hedge, like a hedgerow all around this. And it would be really cool if it was something that could attract pollinators and all the beneficial insects. And I actually have a small iron gate. I think it would be really cool to put it there where that ugly burn pile is right now. But yeah, put a really pretty hedgerow all around it. It could serve as, first of all, just being something that's visually appealing. Secondly, it would hopefully keep the dogs out and maybe the chickens. I don't know. We'll see. And thirdly, if it was something that blossomed and bloomed and attract butterflies and bees and all the beneficial insects, the pollinators and whatnot, that would be so cool. That would be so awesome. So yeah, I wanted to show you what was just delivered this evening, because I'm super excited. This is the start of the high tunnel, which is so exciting. My friend Sean from Mindful Farmer Arkansas is building it for me, so he came today to drop off all the equipment. He's got a lot he's building in the next few weeks or so. And so anyways, he was just trying to get ahead of it, dropping all the equipment off. Hopefully he's going to be able to build it this coming weekend, I hope. We'll see if weather permits. I think the weather is supposed to be a little rainy, so we'll just kind of to be determined on that one. But super excited about it. So I feel like this is like the perfect end to the weekend with the delivery of the high tunnel supplies. So obviously we'll show you as we finish the greenhouse garden and then get started on the high tunnel, the market garden. Hope y'all have a good weekend or have had a good weekend, and we'll see you soon.